Junny should just be pushing forward and attacking, especially once it seems like he has enough defense to deal with these Mutalisks. He should be attacking instead. I don't understand Junny's moves right now. He should be more aggressive on this play, but he isn't. I really do not like that. As I said, he extended his cards. TLO is getting Infestors, realizes that Ling and Muta is probably not going to be enough against a Marine Ball, and he's going to be able to get that fungal growth on those Marines, dance around them, do tons of damage over time. It's just not looking good for Junny at this point. But let's see what he can do. Maybe with these medevacs, he will be able to get some maneuverability. LiquidTLO is getting this high yield as well. Junny has yet to take out his rocks, so TLO is going to be soaring ahead soon in economy, especially with this harass going back and forth. Looking at the resources lost right now, we see that TLO is a bit behind. It's actually about to be evened up right now, picking off that tank. But I think the income favor is, although the game is technically even in terms of resources lost, or almost even, I think TLO is ahead. He has a better composition right now. He has that high yield going up. Junny does not. He's on his toes. He is contained. I don't like the fact that TLO is able to contain an army of this size with just about 6 Mutalisks. 7 Mutalisks, actually. Junny should just be moving out, say, screw it, I'm going to go and attack. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it, and go in. He has a huge DPS army. Stim Marines are one of the highest, if not the highest, damage per second unit out there. Probably not the highest, but definitely one of the highest. They just do ridiculous amounts of damage. Here are the Infestors, going to be able to get that fungal growth on, and those Marines are running away. That is what I'm talking about. There's only 2 medevacs right now. They are going to be able to heal a couple of these Marines, but one more fungal growth is going to destroy the rest of this Marine pack. So Junny is not in a good position right now. He is moving in. He is using that stim, was able to take off a couple of mutas right there. But we see that the resources lost are still going toe for toe. And Junny is starting to move back. He is still in a contained position. He is not in a good spot to be moving out, he feels like. But I think he had a great time to move up before. It's still a decent shot. He should be trying to do something, but he's trying to get a good position on here. Those Infestors are getting a couple of fungal growth on here, so Junny is still going to be continually contained on the spot. Those medevacs are out of energy. One more fungal growth, and those Marines are toast. So all Junny can do right now really is take out these rocks, take his high yield, and delay this push a bit longer. But once TLO gets some more maneuverability on here, if he just moves into the Mutalisks right now, take out these tanks, get some good position, put some harassment on here. We see that there are some Overlords. We might even see a Nidus Worm harassing here, take out these turrets, fly in some Mutalisks. TLO has the world open to him right now. Junny right now is on the defensive. Taking a look at what is in production right now, we do see that there are Ultralisks on the way. Weapons upgrade for Junny. I always like to see weapon upgrades in 1v1. They are so important. One thing that I see TLO do very little is weapon upgrades. So I'm glad that he is actually starting to get those right now. I've actually seen him lose mirror matches, although he had superior micro and composition. He just did not. He was not able to destroy the other Zerg player because he just had way more. He lost to mass roaches pretty much, and tons of Marines dying. That is just so unfortunate for Junny. So unfortunate that fungal growth is just wrecking him. He should be doing something. There are massive Zerglings. He should be getting Infernal Pre-Igniter, something along those lines. These Zerglings are going to be able to snipe out this high yield. This is just not looking good for Junny at all. His Marines are on the fritz right now, and here it goes. Junny is not going to... Oh, he just barely puts his supply depots down, but I don't think that's going to be enough to just take care of all of these Zerglings. They are just ravaging the supply line. SCVs and Marines are going to be attacking this Zergling wall. I think they are going to be able to take out these Zerglings well enough, but at actually not that high of a cost for Junny. That Marine Ball was able to get in a good position around that Engineering Blade. Good play by Junny. Not the greatest play by TLO. He just handed tons of Marines to the Terran player, although he did deny him that high yield. But now I think that Junny is in a good position to attack right now. He really should just go right now before there are too many Ultralisks on the field for him to defend. Junny should be pushing forward, trying to get those tanks in position, but he is moving back, trying to wait for his tanks. Junny is in a pretty decent spot right now. He actually could take the game before TLO gets that economy advantage, but no, that is just too much fungal growth for Junny to deal with. He doesn't have enough medevacs. The medevacs are completely out of energy. Some infested terrors coming in, blowing up the tanks. Great play by TLO. Ultras coming in right now. Looking at this army size, it is 135 to 121. So TLO is definitely up. Not a surprise considering he does have the higher economy. And TLO is coming in again, and he is just wrecking the income for the Terran player. He is going into this supply line. This base is almost mined out. High yield is not here yet. The SCV has been killed as one lone Zergling just successfully completed his hunt, and these Zerglings are taking care of the rest of this base. I think Junny is done for. Here comes the rest of the Zerg force with some meaty Ultralists coming in. Ultras, Infestors, Zerglings. I don't really think Marines and Siege Tanks in this quantity are going to be able to take care of what TLO has. I think this is going to be it for the Terran player. Another fungal growth coming in on these Marines. So, yeah, guys, that is pretty much the game. Junny might be going for one final push, but that's kind of not even worth it at this point. The economy is just soaring ahead for the Zerg player. Terran player is pretty much done. Even just blowing up his own forces. Those manipulative freaking Infestors, man. Just, God, mind control you, have you blow up your own Marines. It's just not fair. It's not fair. So, yeah, we're pretty much waiting for the GG, and we are going to... I am just going to watch these Ultralists come in and tear up a storm on these Marines coming in with these Zerglings, and they're coming in, and there's nothing these Marines can do. That is it. GG is coming up for the Terran player. There it is. Junny has a GG. TLO is the victor on this map. So, honestly, I thought Junny in the first half had a great position to go in and attack and pretty much win the game. TLO was just able... He gave TLO way too much time and was able to just dance around his composition. Those Infestors destroyed those Marines. I like the fact that TLO didn't go just roaches against Marines because it's easy for the Terran player to counter roaches with tanks and Marauders, which could have been an easy switch. Instead, he went with the Infestors and the Fungal Growth, which I think is a much better composition against what the Terran player had. So TLO did a fantastic job. I think his early game play, however, was a little bit weak. He should have done a little bit more scouting. There were so many Marines at one point for TLO. He wouldn't have one Spine and a couple of Zerglings would not have been able to do it against the amount of Marines that he had with Combat Shield and with Stem. He would have been able to plow through and win the game. He could have done that for a while, but once those Infestors came on the field, it was just done and game over for Junny. Alright guys, thank you so much. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, I have picked up Cataclysm, so at the end of my videos, I'm going to be showing you kind of like a highlight reel of me leveling my Death Knight as of right now. So enjoy the scenes at the end. This one is actually pretty freaking cool. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time.
Spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.